Hey church, and welcome to another KO short devotional video. And today we're going to be looking at what it is to abide in Jesus. We're going to do this hopefully over two videos. This first video we'll look at the concept, what Jesus says abiding or remaining in him is. And in the next video we'll look at practically how do we do that. And the reason why is because it is the key to having a relationship with Jesus, a relationship on his terms. A relationship in which we can be fruitful for the kingdom, a relationship by which we know him. It is the key to living a life that will glorify God. And what we're going to do is we're going to look in John chapter 15 verses 4 and 5. And they say this: Jesus says, "Abide in me and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine and you are the branches. Whoever abides in me and I in him, he it is that bears much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing." Jesus here is saying, you must abide in me and I will abide in you. Or in your translations, it might say, you must remain in me and I will remain in you. Now, the Greek verb meno literally means to stay in one place for a certain amount of time or for a long time. And Jesus is saying, look, you need to stay in me and I will stay in you. And the idea of staying in Jesus is this difficult one to get our heads around. But if you flip it the other way around, when he says, I will abide, I will stay, I will remain in you, it's much easier, right? Because it's our everyday life, is that the Holy Spirit lives in us. He is in us. The Spirit of Jesus himself lives in us. And so he's saying, look, in order for that to happen, to be fruitful, you must remain in me. You must abide in me. And then he uses this really cool and beautiful picture about a grapevine and the branches. Now, a grapevine being Jesus is like an amazing picture, because a grapevine is like this long, windy, climbing vine. It will climb up a fence, it will wrap around the top, it will climb left, right, everywhere. It's like Jesus and the kingdom. It's gone everywhere, all over the world. And he's saying, look, I'm the vine and you are the branches, and you must remain in me in order to be fruitful. And so obviously a grapevine, it produces fruit, it produces grape, and he's saying, look, in order to look like this, you must remain in me, because I'm the vine and you are the branches. Now it's very small, isn't it? You can probably barely see it on the camera. This is the branch that Jesus is talking about. It's what the grapes attach to, and at the very top up here, this is how it attaches to the vine. And Jesus is saying, look, if you want to be fruitful, you must plug into me, you must be attached to me, because if you're not, you won't bear anything. You won't bear any fruit. This branch, now that it's been plucked off the vine and the fruit's been plucked off of it, it will never be fruitful again, because it's come off of the vine that it was originally attached to. And Jesus is saying, look, you are exactly the same. If you want to be fruitful for me, if you want to live a life for the kingdom, if you want to see your life completely changed, if you want to bear the fruits of the Spirit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control, if you want to see the lives of your friends and your family change because of what God is doing through them, then you must abide in me. How do we do that? Well, put simply, we got to spend time with him. We can't expect by our own effort to be more loving or more joyful or more peaceful. We can't do that by our own effort. We must do it in his presence. We must not even look at the fruit, not even focus on the fruit. I just want to be more loving, I just want to be more peaceful. No, Jesus, I want to worship you. I want to be more like you, Lord. Come and change me, make me fruitful. And one day you'll look down and you'll see, oh my goodness, there's fruit for other people to come and pick. So in the next video, stick around and we'll talk about how do we do that practically, not just conceptually. But in the meantime, why don't you ask God to show you how to abide in him so that we can be fruitful. Enjoy.